after employing the poison pill strategy to prevent tech genius Elon Musk from taking over, the microblogging site Twitter has announced that its board of directors have changed course and unanimously accepted Musk's offer to buy out the company for $44 billion. And now that Elon Musk owns Twitter, what can we expect? What direction will the billionaire take Twitter to? In today's video, let's hash out all of the ways that Twitter may change with Mr. Musk at the helm. Welcome to Meta YouVerse, the space where all things tech get the spotlight. If you're new here, then go ahead and subscribe for your dose of tech trend news, Tesla reviews, and other insights into the tech world. Despite many of its users requesting for changes to the platform, Twitter has essentially remained the same. No significant change has been made since its inception in 2006. As a Twitter user, all hope is not lost because as Elon Musk sachets his way into the social media industry, we can expect big changes to come about. As a self-declared free speech absolutist, the first and arguably biggest change that Musk would employ would be to limit content moderation. He shared that Twitter should not regulate content beyond what is required by the laws of the countries it operates in. In one of his tweets regarding Russian news sources in the middle of the Russia-Ukraine war, he said, "Starlink has been told by some government, not Ukraine, to block Russian news sources. We will not do so unless at gunpoint. Sorry to be a free speech absolutist." While moderating content on the platform, Twitter made a few calls that we may see Elon rectify. For example, Trump's Twitter account was permanently suspended earlier this year after his tweet that reads, "The 75 million great American patriots who voted for me, America first, and make America great again, and will have a giant voice long into the future. They will not be disrespected or treated unfairly in any way, shape, or form." This caused his supporters to storm the US Capitol and act violently. With Elon, it wouldn't come as a surprise if Donald Trump's account is reinstated onto the platform. As a Twitter user myself, one thing I do share with other Twitter users, including Musk, is how we see spambots as the single most annoying problem on Twitter. Before winning the bid this month, Elon tweeted, "If our Twitter bid succeeds, we will defeat the spambots or die trying." Also, at the TED conference this April, Elon expressly shared his dislike for the spambots on the platform. He said, "A top priority I would have is eliminating the spam and scam bots and the bot armies that are on Twitter. They make the product much worse." How would he do this? Well, he shared one particular way in a reply to a tweet saying, "Authenticate all humans." Another change that Musk would make about the microblogging site would be increasing its current character limit. The current 280 limit is double its initial 140, but it's apparently not long enough for Mr. Musk. He commented on a long Twitter thread just this month to say, "My most immediate takeaway from this novella of a thread is that Twitter is way overdue for long-form tweets." Another change that Elon Musk is keen to make on the platform is its algorithm. Musk has expressed his concern about how bias is inherent to Twitter's algorithm. He shared that this could be solved with an open-source algorithm. Just last month, Musk tweeted, "I'm worried about de facto bias in the Twitter algorithm having a major effect on public discourse. How do we know what's really happening?" After this, Musk also set up a poll to ask his followers if Twitter algorithms should be open source or not. The poll received over 1.1 million votes, with 82% of users saying yes to open source. You see, Twitter algorithms play a vital role in deciding what one is able to see on the microblogging site, so making this change would be a pretty big deal. As soon as news about Musk's 9.2% stake in Twitter was announced, he shared that one change he would make to the platform would be to add an edit button. As an avid Twitter user, it was something he's been concerned about since 2019. He tweeted, "Where's the edit function when you really need it?" The following year, when Jack Dorsey was still CEO, he cited that Twitter would probably never consider an edit button. He shared that his team wanted to keep the spirit of Twitter's text message origins. More recently, however, Musk conducted another online poll on his Twitter account asking about it. Do you want an edit button? The poll garnered 4.4 million responses, with 74% of users supporting the idea. And just a little after that, Twitter confirmed that it was indeed working on an edit button for the platform. It was also quick to say that the platform did not get the idea from Musk's poll, and that it's actually been in the works since last year. Because the tweet fell on the 1st of April, which is April Fool's Day, many people were unsure whether Twitter was serious about adding an edit button. When one user asked whether the tweet was a joke, Twitter simply replied by saying, "We cannot confirm or deny, but we may edit our statement later." As the edit button has been a concern for a few years now, there have been a number of suggestions on how to go about it. However, one proposal that seemed to get Mr. Musk's approval was when Twitter user Everyday Astronaut recommended that the edit button should only be active for 5 to 10 minutes and should also include a small link to show the edit. He said this keeps a public record but allows the tweeter the ability to fix a simple mistake and not re-notify followers with a new tweet. Musk replied to this by saying, "That sounds reasonable." Another thing about Twitter that seems to tick the billionaire off is the surge of crypto scammers on the platform. Musk has mentioned how annoying he finds it when he sees Twitter advertising NFTs instead of fighting scammers away. He criticized the social media platform through a tweet that reads, "Twitter is spending engineering resources on this BS while crypto scammers are throwing a spam bot block party in every thread." So this is something that we can definitely expect him to change too. Another big change that we expect Mr. Musk to make on the platform would be regarding its Twitter Blue subscription service. First of which, we can foresee that Musk, who is a big believer in Dogecoin, will make it possible for users to subscribe using cryptocurrency. Besides this, Musk believes that the $3 monthly fee is relatively high and should be adjusted to $2 instead. However, the subscription will have to be paid for upfront for 12 months. This means that Twitter Blue will now be costing $24 instead of the usual $36 on an annual basis. Finally, the Tesla billionaire is also set to change the Twitter logo. In a recent exchange that Elon had with another Twitter user called Chairman, the user asked that Elon consider buying Twitter and change its bird logo to a Doge. The Tesla billionaire replied back saying, "Ha ha ha, that would be sick." Well, it's definitely no secret that Musk is a big fan of digital currency and that Dogecoin is the currency of the future. Elon has also bantered that he would change the name of the microblogging site and that the change would involve deleting the letter W from the name Twitter. For all of these changes to successfully take effect, Musk still needs to go through the Twitter board. He'll need to submit his proposal and wait for the members to deliberate on the proposed changes before a decision is made. For now, we'd love to hear your thoughts about Musk's win. Are you happy about him winning the bid and taking over Twitter? Why or why not? And what other changes do you want to see him make? Sound off in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more Tesla and tech updates on this space.